Hello sunshines, welcome to Bunnyfish Crafts. Bunnyfish Crafts. I know how to pronounce my own vlog. I'm Heather, known as Bunnyfish on all the internet places, and this tree out of my windshield is so beautiful. Look at that. So beautiful. Anyway, it is the last week of October. How did we get here so fast and also so slow? I feel like this month has been tumultuous, but also really, really lovely and beautiful. I am about to drive my kiddo to work, and then after that, I am really, really excited to show you some of the things that I've worked on this weekend. Very exciting. The square for Audrey and Bash Are Just Friends is the first square of the last row on my blanket. It still seems pretty daunting to want to finish this by the end of the year, but not impossible now. So this is what I've been working on. I don't know how I managed to knit almost a whole sock without trying. But this is a sock for my sister. I think I'm probably like 20 rounds from the toe-ish. I think. So, yeah, this is a croy sock. It's only 52 stitches around on a US size 1, 2.25 needle. I'm using Patton's Croy Socks, the Celestial colorway for the main color, and then the heels, toes, cuffs are amethyst. And it's just a plain vanilla sock, but it doesn't need anything more than that because look at how beautiful this colorway is. And it's just vanilla, so I work on it in class, when I'm walking around, I work on it when I'm waiting for classes to show up. It's just pocket knitting, and it's basically knitting itself. And then I have my second lacing stripes sock, which is almost done. Definitely should be finished by Friday, which is exciting because this is the last thing that I have on my goals list for October. I thought that I was making goals that were too big, but apparently I planned it just right. So, and I finished my reading goals. I don't know if I've officially stated that this month, but I did, and I'm super proud of myself. So I have 4 rounds left of the green to do, and then 10 rounds of gray, and then the toe. So 14 rounds, and then the toe. The hardest part is going to be keeping up the motivation to do the toe in Kitchener, but I should finish this by Friday, which is super exciting. Hey sunshines, happy Tuesday the 28th. Bro, I am tired. I'm tired. Sorry, I just said bro at you. It's right after school. I've been hearing it all day. Anyway, it's Tuesday, which means I'm hanging out at my house. I don't have any obligations after school today. So I wrote myself a list this morning. Let's see what this morning Heather thought I could accomplish. All right, so first up, but it doesn't have to be done in this order. Just first thing written down was work this scrap into my nor'easterly. That's doable. That's not, I don't know, what is that? Maybe like 5 garter ridges? That's easy peasy. Stripes on the linen stitch blanket. So I want 3 of them because here's my linen stitch blanket. I'm working this mini in right now, and then I have 2 other yarns that I have used for other things. So the Hue Loco yarn, and then where did I put that brown? There's a brown. Oh, there it is. And then this brown that I was using for a square in the reading blanket. So I want to put those both in, and then weave in sock ends. Did I show you I finished this sock yesterday? I don't think I talked to you yesterday. Maybe I did. But I finished the lacing stripe socks, but I have to weave in these ends. And then finish the Croy sock heel. So I have this sock that I need to finish the heel in because this is not on the list, but I have 3 rounds before I check to see if I'm ready for the toe. So I'm very, very close to the toe on this sock, and I am going to get to the toe and then put it on this needle so it can go with me for work knitting. So by the way, this is where I was the last time you saw it. I've been making progress this month. Not a ton of progress. One of my specials team teachers, the music teacher, she's been displaced. They're using her room for something else for a few days. So she's been in my room. So I haven't really been knitting at lunchtime, but it's a little. So I'm going to finish this toe part and then put it on here for toe decreases. And then I want to finish this pumpkin, which just needs to be stuffed and closed, and then a little stem on the top. Because one of my coworkers, as I was working on the Hue Loco socks for my aunt, was like, "Oh my gosh, are you making pumpkins? That would be so great for pumpkins." And he didn't say it like that. He said it in a much more masculine way, but basically that was the vibe of it. So I'm going to make him a little pumpkin as a thank you, because last week when I spontaneously took a day off to go to the ER, he stepped in and took over my class. I mean, I'm sure he was told, but my classroom looked beautiful when I came back, which is not always the case. And I'm going to miss a few days coming up in November because of appointments and things. And he's probably going to be tapped in to cover those days too. So I just want to give him a little thank you pumpkin. So I want to finish that. I need to package up the shawl and socks, but first I have to photo the shawl so that I can send that out to my aunt. I wanted to do it over the weekend, but I just didn't get there. So if I get it packaged up, I'll be one step closer to actually sending it out. There's so many steps to sending out packages. What do I want to do? Ooh, edit last week's vlog. Yeah. So I'll be doing that while I'm working on things, and then read 10 pages in Hip Hop His History, because I did not read it this morning because I woke up and I wanted to knit and crochet. So I did that instead, but I do still want to meet my reading goal every day of reading some nonfiction. So it's right around 4 o'clock, which means I have at least 4 hours, but probably 5 hours until I start like crawling into bed. Although one of the teachers at dismissal asked me how I was doing because he said he could see the tired on my face and he just wanted to check in. So yeah, because I'm so tired of the casual disrespect. So tired. And also it's been, let's be honest, it's been a stressful week. It's been a very busy month. Not a very recording heavy month, but a very busy month. And I'm just tired. Hey, sunshines. It's bedtime. I did not complete my list. I only did half of it. It's fine. Notably, I have picked up the gusset for this sock. I don't think I told you on the first sock that I did some yarn management so that the stripes right here wouldn't be like nothing. So I did 2 sets of the white stripe here and 2 sets of the purple stripe here, and then went back into using the ball as normal. So I'm going to do that again on the second sock so that they match as best they can, even though the heels are totally different. It's okay. It's because I used the outside of the ball for the heels. I finished the Kalisha mini, so that started down here and went up to here. And then I put in another mini and started another mini. These 2 are from Haverland yarns. They were from Frankensock sets. Here's the second one on the little bobbin. And then I did finish the 3 colors.
on the blanket. Yay! I don't understand how this blanket is not growing. I swear that since the beginning of the month, I've put on so many minis. I don't know how many, but multiple. I've definitely added from here up. And somehow I was at 11 inches of work when I recorded the video. And now I'm only at 11 and a half. But this is more than a half inch of work. I feel like I'm in that place that you get to on Sleeve Island where you seem to be doing negative work and then all of a sudden it seems to have just knit itself overnight. That's what I'm hoping on this blanket. Because I do need it done by this coming June. So even when I get to the 12 inches, I'm not going to put it away. I'm still going to try to do a little bit of work on it every month because starting in the new year, I'm going to need to work on it a lot. I think it might be like a third of the length that I want it to be. Ugh. Good morning, sunshines. It's 4 a.m. I've been up for a half hour because I had a dream that I climbed up a fire escape? Maybe, and it was fine. Like, I made it up the fire escape. But then, for some reason, the ladder at the top was one of those, like, chain ladders. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, if you go to a playground, old school playground with the chain ladders, it was like that at the top of a fire escape, like 5 stories up or something. I'm not afraid of heights, but I am afraid of falling. And so then I like started having a panic attack and there was a firefighter with me or something. And so like he talked me through it and he's like, it's okay, it's fine, whatever. And so I stopped having a panic attack and my purse and my knitting bags were up there. So I went to start retrieving them, but then the fire alarm went off. So then the fire chief came up and just started throwing my bags over the edge of the fire escape. But my bags were not closed. And I had another panic attack in the dream. Because let me just tell you about how I can't handle it when people start moving my things, first of all. First, I don't like when people touch my things. Like, the tism hits real hard when people start touching my things. Cannot deal. And second of all, the bags were open. Like, he couldn't take 3 seconds to just close a bag. And so, like, he threw a bag over and I saw a ball of yarn from the project I was working on pop out of the bag and now it's falling 5 stories. Oh my gosh. That yarn's going to get everywhere. What if I can't find it? What if now it's tangled? You couldn't just leave it? You couldn't zip the bag? Like, I understand fire alarms going off, but 3 seconds. So instead I had a panic attack in the dream. Luckily, I was not having a panic attack when I woke up. But my heart rate was elevated a little bit. But I was breathing fine. So there's that. Listen, perimenopause dreams are crazy. This is like, I'm waking up like at least once, maybe twice a week, having dreams where my brain is just not being nice. So that's part of why I'm tired all the time. Anyway, since I'm up, I am going to edit the vlog because I didn't do that at all yesterday. And I'm trying to decide if I want to work on this sock or the nor'easterly. I think I should work on this sock until both of these little bits of yarn are worked in and it's reattached to the main ball. And then I'm going to work on my nor'easterly. I think that's the best course of action so that this is ready to go at school. So I don't have a whole bunch of stuff going on that I have to then try to navigate as I'm navigating my day. Look at those circles. It's rude. But also, can I just say how I am not looking forward to the end of spooky season, because I really appreciate that my reels are flooded with dogs and cats in costumes. Those are my favorite reels and I love them so much. But why do I have to look like a zombie right now? It's because I'm not sleeping. I know. Good morning, sunshines. Happy Friday, the 31st of October. Happy Halloween. Let me turn you around. So today at school, we are doing it's basically field day. It's called Fall Festival. We've never done it before, but it's basically field day. And we're doing it differently than we normally do, wherein people, support staff, have stations. So I have a station instead of taking kids around to places on the field. So for approximately 4 hours of my day, I'm going to be running a scavenger hunt with lots of groups of kids, but running a scavenger hunt. So I feel like that probably translates to 2 hours where I could be knitting while I'm walking around. Maybe more, maybe less. So that's why I was showing you this little tiny cuff, because I finished a sock. I'm going to show you that this afternoon. I have plans. Do you want to know what's coming for you in the video? Okay, so I'm going to talk about this sock, but I'm going to do my monthly rundown, borrow my daughter's tripod and talk about all of the projects that I've worked on this month. No, not all of them. If it's already finished, I'm not talking about it because I've already done that. But I'm going to talk about this pile right here later, which means you'll see the 2 socks that I finished this week in there, blocked and stuff. They're currently soaking so I can block them while I'm at school. Because it's chilly enough that the heater kicks on, so they should be dry by the time I get home. But this is the beginning of a sock, and I have another sock, which I will insert a picture here of where it is now. It's just past the gusset. And I just want to see how far I can get while I'm walking around and not teaching. Because I used to do that at the dog daycare, walk around and knit. So it's kind of the same thing. Also, I was back and forth over whether I was going to dress up or whatever. But I think I'm going to not dress up, but I think I'm going to go as the night sky. I got some, that's called a unicorn snot. I haven't tried it before, but it's really sparkly lip gloss, or a matte base with really sparkly gloss that you put over it. So I think I'm going to wear that, and I think I'm going to put on glitter freckles and probably mascara. Maybe not mascara. Maybe tonight when I take my kiddo trick-or-treating, because that's a thing that I'm doing. If you have been here, you might know that I don't like to do that, but she really wants to go. She got a costume, and she's a teenager, so how much longer is she gonna want to? And plus, how much longer is it socially acceptable? Yeah, we're going trick-or-treating. It's gonna be a time, but that means I also want easy knitting, so while I'm walking around trick-or-treating for an hour, I put a limit on it because I can't do it forever.
yeah, I want some easy knitting. And this sock is vanilla and the other sock is on a vanilla part. So we'll see. I'm trying to decide if I want to prioritize the other sock because it's almost finished and that would be cool to finish another sock during October, or if I want to prioritize this one so that in between school and then having to drive my oldest kiddo to work and then taking my youngest kiddo trick-or-treating, like in that in-between time, I could put the heel in. I don't know. I haven't decided. But you'll know very soon. All right, so I said I was going to insert a picture of this project. Lies. This is where we are. I'm on the last color of the repeat, and then it's one full color repeat, and then start the toe. So work on that today. But first this. So, I mean, I'm not going to get it done. I can't knit 52 full rounds, although it's only 52 stitches. So maybe I could knit 52 whole rounds while I'm doing scavenger hunt. I don't know. I don't actually know what the scavenger hunt looks like, so it's going to depend on how labor intensive it is. I'm going to carry both in my hoodie pocket when I go outside. Who even knows if my hands are going to be warm enough to knit? It's supposed to be chilly. Anyway, I have 5 rounds to go on the cuff and then switch to this for the main color. So I'm going to get that done before I go outside. And then on my lunch, I want to turn this into a little pumpkin. So I just have to close it up because it's adequately stuffed. And then I'm going to use, I left a really long tail so that I can close it up and then do pumpkin lines. What are those called? The indents, using that string. And then this white band around the outside, I had to rip out some of this sock because I was working on it at work and I decreased too much. So I had to take back a whole white stripe. So you can see there's some green on the outside of the cake. So I'm going to use that green to make the stem for the pumpkin. Yeah, that's my knitting for this lovely fall festival day. Look at my cute teeny pumpkin. It's so cute. It's so teeny. Oh. Hey, sunshines. It's Saturday, the 1st of November, but we're going to do our October wrap up now. I thought I was going to have time yesterday in between school and driving my kiddo, but then things came up and I did not have time. So let's wrap up by looking at my projects. Let's see what I made progress on. But first, I did actually put a lot of work on this project this morning, but I have a sock. So last vlog, you would have seen, maybe earlier this vlog, I finished this sock. And so the second sock, I had 250-gram skeins of Patton's Croy socks. This color is plum and this is celestial colors. What's up?
When you're done recording, do you want to open my package together?
Sure. Will you hand me that sock that's right by your feet, the wet one?
Yes.
On the blocker?
Okay.
Thanks, baby nugget.
So sorry about that.
It's okay. We'll allow it.
Okay.
So, spoiler, I'll be talking about this. It's still very wet. I just washed it this morning. Anyway, so this one is celestial colors. And so I have 11 rounds to go on the first sock before I do the heel. I think I'm going to do that today because my teeny nugget and I are going to watch Wicked because we're going to go see Wicked for good at the end of the month, and I haven't seen Wicked yet. So yes, I have the first sock done. I'm working away on the second. So this is active, like gonna get work on today. So when you see the first November vlog, maybe this one will be done. I assume there's going to be 2 vlogs in November, but maybe only one. I guess since we had this spoiler alert, I finished up the second, what is this one called? I don't think I have the tag. I don't know. I don't remember. Wait, something orchid? Dark orchid? Light orchid? I might be making that up, but it's Patton's Croix. Second one is finished. I'm blocking it so I can take pretty pictures. I don't block my socks after I wear them. I just do it for the pictures. So, that's exciting. I actually finished this morning. It's like the first thing that I finished in November. I just had the toe to go this morning. So I got up and immediately started working on it first thing, which was nice because working on that, I had it sharing a needle with my oldest kiddo's thigh-high. So I made a bunch of progress on this. I've added these bulb stitch markers to mark where the stripes end because the pattern that I came up with for my oldest kiddo's thigh highs, I have written in stripes, which are 15 rounds each. So it's just marking every 15 rounds. But, well, you can't see this marker because it matches. Maybe you can see it. That's where I was last time you saw this. So sometime earlier this week. And I was definitely this morning somewhere in this yellowish stripe because I attached this brownish stripe this morning. Oh, it's so cute. It's so like perfectly spooky season, this color right here. And I still feel like it's October 31st. It's fine. Even though there was trick-or-treating last night and it was stressful. Ugh. Not a fan. Not a fan of taking my kid trick-or-treating. But yeah, so this is made using Haverland Minis. The inside of the band is Knit Picks Stroll in Dogwood Heather. And then the rest is going to be Haverland Minis. And I have plans for this in November. So I'm about to record the opening of the November vlog. So my brain is already there. And I'm like, oh, wait, not there yet. So working on that. And I also finished earlier this week this pair of socks. So this is the Lacing Stripes socks from Alendria Knits. I did my stripes in different order. And which one was the second sock? This one was the second sock. On the gusset color, I actually ran out. So that's the side where it's full. And then on this side, the last round, I actually had to pick up with gray. Can you see that? Like on the pattern part. I had to pick up with gray to finish out the last round. I don't think anybody can see it. I don't even know if you could see it while I had it right in your face. But I did. It was a thing that I had to do because I didn't have enough yarn to finish that round. I'm pretty sure that if I didn't show you, you couldn't see it. And I don't even know if me showing you, you could see it. So that's exciting. So 2 pairs of socks for me done. And 1 sock for my sister done. I just have to wait for this one to dry.
so I can put them away in my drawer. Very exciting. All right, so that's like all the active stuff. Oh, let me show you my nor'easterly because it's so exciting. I don't know where I was last time I showed it to you, but this was the Kalisha yarn that I was working on. These were the 3 minis left from, I believe it was from the In the Name of the Moon Haverland mini set. And then, or these 4. These 4. I can count really, I promise. So boop, boop, boop. And then this bright part right here. And I am working in, I don't even know if you can see, the minis from the lacing stripe socks. And of course I stopped in the middle of a row. Totally. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. So the lacing stripe minis, I had very little left. I have 1 row from one, 2 rows from another. The third one is going to be 2 rows. And then I feel like this one's just going to give me 1. So I didn't finish all of the minis for the, that I have set aside. I mean, I have more than this set aside for my nor'easterly, but I was like, wouldn't it be cool if I could do that in October? Unrealistic goal. It's fine. So let's look at everything else. I don't remember when the last time I checked in with this stuff was. I think it was at the end of last month. So let's look at it. I think I might actually keep this out because we're gonna watch Wicked together, and this is for my littlest, so this is gonna be a leg warmer. So maybe, I'm not saying I'm gonna work on this exclusively during the movie, but like maybe I will keep it out and work on it during the movie. And then wouldn't it be fun if I like get to the second one and work on the second one when we see Wicked for Good? Okay, goal for November. Goal for November made. So when you hear that again in the next vlog, that's what I've decided. So I'm not very far in it. I'm making a folded cuff at the top with elastic in it. And I'm still on that part. And I've been on that part for more than a month now. It's fine because I don't work on that very often. I literally do, I think it's 2 rounds every week, and that's it. What do I have in here? I don't remember. Oh yes. Oh, it's very cute. So this is my Totoro blanket. This is where it's at. Where's my pattern? Where's the picture? It's this part right here. No, it's not. It's this part right here. This little nugget in the corner. That's what this is. Oh, I added in a little blue square this month because I had a little nugget left over when I was making a reading square. I was like, oh, that would be perfect for my blanket. So it's getting there slowly but surely. I did get a smaller hook. So I have in my bag, depending on the yarn, I have a 2.0 millimeter and a 2.25 millimeter. So, because some of my squares were getting a little bit big on this project. And for this project, I'm just using right now leftover bits of yarn to make the squares. I will be using like the Knit Pick Stroll grays and whites and blacks, but also maybe some leftover blacks and grays. I don't know. We'll see when I get there. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. And every week when I add a square, I'm just like, it's gonna take forever, but it's just, I'm so excited about it. I love this project. And then I have, this is the Advent mini that's left over, which is going to, I think it's going to go into the strip. I'll have to see how much more length I need on this strip, but so since you saw it last, I've put in a stripe and a half on it. Not very much, but look how pretty it is. It's just so pretty. I just want to knit all of the things, but you can't knit all of the things. So, I mean, you can, but they just don't get very much progress at a time. What else do I have in here? Oh, I have a project bag that I need to put away or put a project in. I haven't decided yet. I have the second over the knee sock, thigh high, whatever way you want to call it, started for my oldest kiddo, and I've put on ooh, that's actually a lot of progress this month. I must have been really good about putting on one round every week. This part is so boring. I don't like this part. So, you know, it's just a little bit of progress every week, but it gets done eventually. And obviously I'm still working on the first one. I'm almost done with what would be stripe 8 if I was doing them striped, and there's 18 stripes on the leg. So, like, stripe wise, I'm a little less than halfway down the leg, but stitch count wise, I'm a little more than halfway down the leg because there's decreases. And then I have my sister's cowl. And I've done that much. I'm thinking, depending on where my daughter's leg warmers are, I'm thinking I might take this to Wicked for good because it's I don't have to think about it too much to do it. So this is also a contender because I don't want to have something that I have to think too hard about while I'm watching a movie in a theater. So this is a really good project for that because it's super, super mindless. And I'm about to have those purple minis to work in after I put them in my nor'easterly. So I have to get working on my nor'easterly so I can put the extras in this cowl, obviously. I don't know if I've spun any. If I have, I would have told you about it directly. Did I take the turtle off the spindle this month, or was that last month? I can't remember, but here we are. Here's my pretty naked spindle. And here is the turtle that was on it. And I have this much left of the ball of mohair that I'm using. And then I think I have 4 more to go. I don't know. Stay tuned for November because I'm actually going to look at that. It's on my list of things to look at today. And is that where I was? Ooh, I made good progress on this month. I mean, not great progress, but like that's, that's visible progress. That's exciting. I don't have to put it all up in your face for you to see that I did several rows. This is clearly not being done before the end of the year. That's okay. It was a thought. It was a goal, but that's a lot of progress. That's pretty good. And we'll see. Who knows? Who knows what December holds for knitting and stuff. I could make a lot of progress on this in December. I just have had a lot of goals. So anyway, thank you for coming and hanging out with me for my escapades this month. I'm still reading Geek Girl, which is okay. It's very, what it reminds me of? When I was in high school, I was reading a book, what is my grammar right now? I read a book called Angus Thongs and Full Frontal Snogging by Louise something. I don't know. It was British. This book is also British. Teenagery, angsty. So it reminds me a lot of that. So like it's kind of nostalgic, but also it's just kind of like, maybe because now I'm a teacher and I deal with angsty teens, I kind of like, I'm not hating it, but I'm also like, okay, you're being dramatic. And I don't know. It's just not, I need it in bite-sized chunks. Does that make sense? Like I can't consume the whole thing. I'm not like, oh, I need to read more. I need to read more. I'm like, okay, this is enjoyable for what it is. So I'm also still reading Hip Hop is History, which I have been bad at this week. I haven't been reading in the morning. It's okay. I'll get back to it. I am reading, or I'm listening to, which is still reading, the book about the moon. Why can't I remember what it's called? My kid and I ran some errands this morning. I had a book on hold at the library, and she wanted to get Duncan. So I think that I just put in disc 8 out of 17. So making good progress on that. Really, really enjoying it. I couldn't remember why some of a vlog, Lisa of 72 Stitches said she didn't like the book for reasons, and I couldn't remember the reasons. And then I think like I just got to the part where I feel like it would be what she wouldn't like, which was there was a spicy scene. It was pretty spicy for a few minutes. Like I was listening to it with my kid in the car and I was like, oh, okay, radio instead. And then finished it when the kid was not in the car. And it wasn't super, super long, but it was definitely kind of spicy. So I think that's probably why she didn't like it in particular, because she's not a big fan of spices. But I'm liking it so far. I am also listening to Enchantment by Orson Scott Card. And I think I am going to listen to that now, actually, because I'm all caught up on vlogs. And I don't want to edit this yet. And then I'm going to watch a movie with my kid. So, yeah. I think that I am going to listen to that now and hopefully finish it this weekend. I don't think I have very much left to listen to. I think I'm about halfway through it. So that would be exciting. All right, friends, I will be back in, I don't know, 2 weeks, 4 weeks. So I will chat with you then, and I hope that November treats you at least as well as October did. At least. I need November to treat me better than October did. So I will talk to you all again so soon. Bye for now.